So, Kathy, you got any wins for today?
Not really a lot, but I joined a hiking group. I'm going to go hiking today. So I'm working on that part. So I'm making connections.
That's
basically.
nice. I love to hike.
Yeah. So I've been kind of lax the last few months, put on weight that I lost.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So, and that eggnog was part of it.
Yeah. I didn't make anybody weigh. And I ended up finding I found the old pet eggnog. Because the rest of the eggnogs were they were gone. I mean, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was an eggnog shortage or what. So I did find some of the pet eggnog, and yeah, it wasn't as satisfying.
Yeah.
But I did get a fix.
Well, you're just gonna have to try it so you'll know.
Yeah.
For no occasion, just because you want to.
Absolutely. Yeah. So my son and I, we finished that one off, and I didn't even want another one. It was enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I didn't have any. I don't think I had any particular wins yesterday. I did contact a guy who's an agent, and he's an investor. He started out as a wholesaler, and he got his license a couple of years ago. And so he and I, we started talking 2 or 3 months ago. He had a duplex for sale here where I live.
Right.
And I should have bought it. I drug my feet. It was only like 80,000, and it was nice. And I drug my feet, and it's gone. But anyway, talked to him yesterday. He and I are gonna meet up, just kind of talk. I want to see exactly, some of the stuff that he's doing on the investor side, and see if we can put our heads together and maybe send business to each other. And hopefully I can get him to come to the Monday Night Lives, and then on the team.
Right.
Eventually. But I was asking him what kind of software did he use to find his potential customers, because he said he sends out a lot of mailers to people. He drives for dollars. He sees homes that grass is overgrown and stuff like that.
Sure.
He told me, no, he actually didn't tell me the name of the system that he uses. I asked him about PropStream, and he said he's used that before, but it wasn't PropStream. And I told him we use, because after he told me what he does, the way his system works, I said, yeah, we have something called Real eFlow. He was like, oh man, I love Real eFlow. So he knew what it was right off. So he wants to meet, not this coming Sunday, but the following Sunday. So we're going to sit down and kind of compare some of the tools that we have, and and see what we could do. So that was, I guess that could be considered a win.
Yeah, I'm still off. My schedule's off from the holidays.
Mhm.
And so I thought I had, call with, one of the teams under Gary, but I had it all screwed up in my head. There was one, but I missed it. I was
Gotcha.
trying to get on, there was an agent attraction one yesterday in the afternoon. And
I
what
saw you.
what I was thinking was that it was the community college one.
Okay.
That's today. And so I screwed all that up. And then I saw the post come through and listened to it. And in that, Gary did say that the 19th of this month, they're going to do that open for everybody kind
Mhm.
of thing. So it's one of those agent attraction meetings so that
Yeah.
we can invite people and let them know what our company and our team is about. Well, our team more
Yeah.
so than the company, but whatever questions they have. So maybe that's a good time to invite the guy you're talking to.
Yeah, definitely would
Investor.
be. Yeah. Um, yeah, I need to keep that in mind because I did go to the last one that Gary did.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
They used to do them a couple of times a year. And I guess, just getting back in the habit of that,
Yeah. Okay.
so at least that's what he said. So
Yeah.
I know I've gone to a couple, so, but it's been a while.
Gotcha.
Mhm. Did
Well,
you happen to talk to the lady?
I left a message. She hadn't called me back yet.
Okay,
Sent a text as well. So
right,
haven't heard anything. I'll try her again today,
yeah.
and I'll keep reaching out to her.
I was
So
just curious.
yeah, kind of made me curious too why she didn't answer back.
Respond.
Yeah. So I want to see what the reasoning is. Hi Liz, hi Dustin. Um, Gina's not here today. She had to be away, so I'm hosting. If either one of you want to open up your mic and just tell us if you had any wins or anything you want to share with us.
Good morning. I'm just getting into the office. Sorry.
No problem. How are you, Dustin?
Good, man. How you doing?
Doing good. Looks like it's cold where you are.
Well, yeah, we're in Pittsburgh, so it's like one day it'll be 60 and the next day it'll be 30. So
I hear you.
yeah, I mean, kind of out of nowhere, I've got 6 agents signing on.
Nice.
It's been a hectic last couple of days, and it's, a lot of the work that I've done over the past several weeks is culminating right now, basically.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that is. So you said you have about 6 or 8 agents that's coming on?
Yeah, we just signed one about 2 weeks ago, and then we have I think it's 6 in the pipeline right now. They all have their applications in with EXP. They're just in the process of switching their license over. Two of them are new agents, so we're waiting on the state to approve the license. And then we have one who he hasn't even taken his tests yet, so
Okay.
he's gotten through classes, and then he's got to take his tests, and he's got his application in, but we're waiting on his license. But then we got 3 other ones that were already licensed, where they just kind of came out of the woodwork from the last several months of agent attraction work that we've been doing.
Gotcha. Congratulations, by the way. So what are you doing to attract your agents?
I do a couple different.
Oops.
You froze.
Kinda lost him.
Yeah, froze. And Liz put a message in that she's just listening today,
Okay,
Greg, so, you
Thank
know, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
There we go. We
Not
might
that
have,
good.
we got you back, Dustin.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. So, I do a wealth building mastermind. So like Gary's got his Monday sessions that he does. I do a monthly mastermind. And that's been kind of the top of my lead funnel.
okay,
And then I do just run ads on Indeed.com and a couple other different sites where, we're looking for full-time agents. And most of the agents that apply there are either, they don't even have the licensing started, or they're already like through their classes, but they haven't picked a broker yet. So
okay,
we're getting a lot of like newer agents from that, but I would say about 20% of the people that apply do already have their license, and they're looking to make a change. And then I reach out to, about half of my Facebook friends are real estate agents. So I've been kind of friending real estate agents for several years. So I'll just kind of randomly reach out to people and say, hey, we haven't talked in a while. Can I buy you lunch? And, work off of relationships as well.
nice, yeah. I gotta get better at, attraction. Getting some people in my downline.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like it. And, with Indeed, I know what it is, but do you have to pay a subscription to Indeed to put ads on there?
You can do it either way.
No.
That's something that Gary was talking about yesterday in the mastermind.
Okay,
Yeah, there's a couple of different ways to do it. The way that I do it, I'm only I'm paying per day. I think it is like you pay per lead or something like that. And that's the old way that Indeed used to do it. I would not recommend that you pay per application because I've got 200 applicants in 2 months.
oh, wow,
So
okay,
if you're paying $100 an application, that's going to cost you a lot of money.
yeah,
But I've gotten 200 applicants and it's only cost me maybe $150.
okay,
So that's not bad. And with these real estate applicants, out of 100 people that I have appointments with, 30 of them show up. Like people just blow me off. They don't respond. Like I try to confirm the appointment and whatnot, and they don't
Mhm.
respond. So there's a lot of wasted time in it. And that's what I've been working on lately, is trying to systematize it. And so now, instead of us doing one-on-one meetings with new agents that haven't even started classes, we're doing group sessions. So every
Right.
Thursday at noon, there's a group session, and they can come to it if they want to learn how to get a license, but I'm not going to schedule one-on-ones because 70% of the time they don't show up.
yeah. So is there a school nearby where you are? A couple of licensing schools, well, not licensing, but a couple of real estate schools that's near you?
Yeah, we've got a couple. Most of our schools around here now, when COVID hit, they all went to Zoom, and I don't even do in person anymore.
Okay,
So even though they're local, pretty much anybody in Pennsylvania can attend those classes. So what I started doing also is I created an email campaign and a text campaign. So the people that apply but don't end up showing up to the group sessions, like everybody's still on this campaign.
mhm,
And the campaign goes on for a year. So they'll get a text or an email from me every other week or every month, and it'll just like follow up, and it'll provide links and information for them to still be able to get licensed if they want to. So the idea there is that, hopefully I can stay in front of them for a full year, and the people that were kind of stragglers that weren't ready initially, but 3 months later they started classes, like I expect them to start coming back to me, next
Yeah.
year or so.
yeah. And the reason why I asked is because I had a real estate school here reach out to me to do affiliate marketing for them. So maybe that's something you can think about, since you got a lot of these newer people coming in that's gonna take classes. Maybe you can partner with one or both of the, all of the schools to send people to them and, get a little commission from it.
Yeah,
at
that
least-
wouldn't be bad.
yeah, maybe if nothing else, help pay for the Indeed ads or something,
Sounds good.
yeah.
Hey, Bree.
Guys,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm sitting in the hot seat today.
Oh, okay.
So Gina, she couldn't be here. So she asked me to
Okay.
facilitate. So it's easy with you guys because y'all make it easy. That's all. I mean, so
Aw.
do you have any wins or anything?
Well, to continue my quest of setting boundaries, I was elected vice president of NARAP,
Nice.
and the president is not being transparent, and I can be the sous chef, which is fine, and so I don't have to be in the limelight. But a project I did was very successful, and I was acknowledged, and it created tension with her.
Gotcha.
So I'm not sure it's gonna work out. So I think I'm about to resign
Yeah, I understand.
because it's a big commitment. Like when I do something, and it's like 4 hours a week,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't get her to she changes my job responsibilities midstream. And so then I'm having to catch up to try and finish a project. So I'm just
Yeah.
So that was my kind of win. And then, really focusing on pouring into things that will have a rate of return, a good rate of return.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I was a part of NARAB here, and the chapter just they're active, but they're not really doing anything. It was just like we were meeting, and they would have people come in, guest speakers and stuff, and it would be some valuable information here and there, but I just didn't think that we were providing, or it was providing, a lot of value for, especially talking to other NARAB members across the country that were doing a lot of things. They was just doing a lot of things, very active out in the community and everything. And I guess I could have did more as well to change it, but I didn't. So
yeah, I mean, you have to see what capacity you have available, your business first. And this president has some amazing ideas. She's just not very strategic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very what are the metrics? What are the benchmarks? And how do we replicate it beyond myself? I don't want it dependent on me or any one individual. And she's very much how does it reflect on her?
Oh, yeah.
So when I hit and exceeded the benchmark, we had a drive, and so within 2 weeks, I raised enough money to feed 36 families for Thanksgiving from inside the organization. And I was very proud of everybody stepping up to the plate. And her biggest complaint was I didn't use cute baskets.
Didn't use what?
Cute baskets to deliver the food.
Oh, wow.
I was like, but we fed 36 families.
Really? Yeah.
She was like, you didn't, something about the brand. I was like,
So it was more important to have baskets and branding than it was to feed people, because you take money away for that.
Right. And the problem was that she volunteered to buy the baskets. And I said, well, we don't have the food yet to know how much food will go into the basket. Like that to me was like secondary. She's like, no,
Right.
no, no. So she bought these baskets, and then I was like, so buy one of each of the food ahead of time to make sure it fits. And she goes, I did. She sent a picture. I was like, okay, cool. Tap out on that one. 2 days before, I was like, it's not fitting. Plan B, bag. Like, we'll return the basket. No harm, no foul.
Yeah,
Then when we did the wrap up, I did a SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And she listed that, the basket, and not branding as my biggest, I was like,
yeah, that's difficult.
yeah. So it's sad because I wanted to support her, as the vice president, but,
Yeah, seems like
It was
it's
a
a
very
bit of a
difficult-
power trip.
that's what I think. And no offense, I don't think any of the women in our group like this, but women can be really catty.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna ask for challenges, but I'm gonna go first if you don't mind.
Yes.
So I'm teaming with a new with the on-site agent with DRB Homes, Dan Ryan Builders,
Right.
to do lunch and learns. I've
Nice.
never really done lunch and learns. I have done a couple informal ones in the past, but this is something that we want to start doing like monthly.
Yeah.
So I really don't have an agenda for the first one, which will be like the 24th of this month. So what I was thinking was for this one to really just let her lead and show their product, and give.
And what does she do? She's the on-site agent.
She's an
for
on-site
the-
agent for DRB. And bye, Dustin. Have a good one. So I want to let her lead and tell about their product and what they have to offer, different incentives, and also the bonuses that they're offering the agents right now.
Nice.
Yeah, so I figured I'd do that to gauge, I guess, the interest that we have as far as EXP agents in the area that would like to come, and also found out about selling new.
She's a builder, right?
Yeah, DRB. I don't know if you have Dan Ryan Builders where you are.
I've heard of them, so we must.
Yeah, so they rebranded, and instead of Dan Ryan, now they're DRB.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, we have Ryan, so I figure it's probably affiliated.
Yeah.
So you can also reach out to your title company.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times they already have it set up to where you can get CE credit.
Okay.
So if you do one and you want to get CE credits, talk to your board about how to set that up, and you just show the agenda and the curriculum. You don't have to teach all of it. You can bring other people in, and a lot of time your real estate board will have different realtors or brokers that will come in and teach it, and the agents can get CE credit.
Okay. Yeah. I was thinking more of like not on on that term, but just it would be more for EXP. So we don't have title companies. We have our attorneys do everything. So the title companies go, or the attorneys basically. But that's a good idea later on down the line that I can partner with the MLS. What I want to do is build this so that I can start inviting other agents and be a way to recruit them.
Is this one of the suggestions you were talking with Gina about how to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess just structuring it, the lunch and learn, and being that this one is the first one, that's kind of my dilemma.
I always think of these types of things because I've been thinking about this, but I haven't done anything with it. As stuff you'd want to build. So if you're trying to attract agents, then you don't necessarily want to invite EXP. I mean, certainly EXP agents are fine. You may want to recruit EXP agents to talk about a segment of the company or something,
Yeah.
but not, you can't really use them much for recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe like Dustin was talking about, that he's getting a lot of folks that are brand new or just coming in, and maybe work from that standpoint and sort of set it, when you start out, or hear the benefits of EXP, kind of step them through and build. And I get you wanting to do the new builds, but if you're trying to attract people, you got to try to figure out what they're even going to do, what they want to do.
Yeah. This is the new build is
Maybe you can get them to sponsor.
yeah. So with the new build, the reason why she mentioned it, she wants to partner, of course, so she can sell more homes.
Of course.
But we have space to have the meetings as well. So that was one reason. And me, I want to sell more to homes.
Right.
And,
Right.
Learn their product.
Can you
You
use,
know, as an EXP agent, you also have access to all the Regis buildings.
Yeah. Our
They
Regis,
have conference rooms.
yeah, our Regis, I had a bad experience with them.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
what about the MLS, your MLS? Can you use rooms there?
Yeah. Is their office big enough?
At times, yeah, it depends on what they have going on. So yeah,
Right.
Yeah, we definitely
Might
can.
But also in the MLS, if you're looking for newer agents, in hours you can see production of all the agents in the MLS.
Mhm.
And so you can say, I want agents that have 5 or less. And then
Okay.
your marketing can be, I can help you ramp up your business.
Gotcha.
Right.
And and then you can, they'll be with other brokerages, but you'll be able to put them in your downline in EXP and maybe even bring them to the team.
I like that. Yeah, and the selling new could be a niche, showing, telling them how to do that. So yeah, that would be one way to add value to them.
And I've got some
The business.
scripts I can send you about recruiting other agents.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely need that.
I downloaded it. I forgot where I found it, but I'll send that to you.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
anything would help. And I appreciate the suggestions because, I was talking to my sponsor.
Mhm.
He actually brought EXP to South Carolina 10 years
Oh wow.
ago, when I first joined EXP years ago.
Right.
So anyway, he does a lot of lunch and learns. He doesn't even do production anymore.
Nice.
Yeah, he just does lunch and learns. He supports, bless you. He supports other agents, and they do a lot of different events. So he was telling me, it was like, if you have 40 agents under you, you don't have to work anymore.
Right.
40 producing agents.
So.
And he's, I don't know how many agents he has under him now. But he's a millionaire, multi-millionaire, probably. He does very well just from his downline.
Supporting other agents. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I do want to get more agents under me and all of that stuff, build my downline. But I want to be able to provide value, because now I help other agents that are not even in my downline, that came in under somebody else with EXP, and I'm telling them systems and how to
Right.
I'm their support. I'm doing what their upline should be doing, and I'm not getting
Right.
anything from it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You can have
Happens a
Gary,
lot.
I'm
you
sorry.
can have Gary or Gina come, I'm sorry. You can have Gary or Gina come in and talk about it too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
That-
Andre LaFountain, who's in
Mhm.
our upline with the Honey Badgers,
Yep.
he's amazing. I got to meet him last year.
I talked to him last night, matter of fact.
Oh, did you? Oh, good.
Yeah, so I'm not in his downline. So
Oh, yeah, I am, because I'm under Gary.
yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah, me too.
I was in EXP, and then Gina reached out to me because I had just come back. She thought I was still with another company, so I'm not actually in his downline. So he actually had a referral from a couple of agents that's a honey badger, and they wanted to use a honey badger
Right.
here in South Carolina. So I don't fit that description, so I don't think I'll get it. Yeah, so it kind of sucks. I'm still sort of like on an island by myself, not by myself.
So there's
Here with you.
I think it's a workplace or Facebook, but there's a group of people like you who are affiliated with the Honey Badgers, but are not under the Honey Badgers,
Okay,
and you still get the resources.
gotcha.
And it's called,
Yeah.
I think, Family Tree. Let me look at it.
Yeah, and
I was told that I was supposed to get into Honey Badgers, and I came in under someone else and then
Mhm.
came into the team. And they said I could get into Honey Badgers, so I don't
Yeah.
know what that's about and get the resources.
and we are technically under honey badgers, but it was so funny because he asked me, he was like, "Are you a honey badger?" I was like, "Well, I'm on Gary's team," and I heard him on his computer. He was like, "Spell your name again," and he was like, "Oh, you're not in my downline," and I was like, "No, I'm not." I mean, within seconds, he went to his computer and found it, right?
Right.
Um,
Well, that's always good to know that you can come through that quick,
yeah,
I'm not always so good at that.
yeah. So, like I said, I doubt if I will get that referral. It was a listing referral, and they wanted to keep in, the honey badgers downline.
I just thought of, I'm sorry, I just thought of one more thing. It's not about that. It's more, might fit into your other solution with your monthly. I have a lender that's up here with Atlantic Bay,
Mhm.
and I know that she's become licensed in North Carolina and South Carolina.
Okay.
And I'm sure she knows her stuff. She's really great to work with. I'm sure she would look at that as an opportunity to help you too. So in terms
Okay.
of loans and financing and that angle, that might be a resource for you, and as well as sponsoring.
Yeah. Okay. Great. And I have one lender that I've partnered with. I'm pretty sure she would help with sponsorship. I have a attorney that I know would help with sponsorship.
Right.
So I need to find other resources.
Yeah. So the attorney will you do your closing. So you got that side.
Mhm.
And you've got a couple of lenders, so you can reach out to those.
Yeah.
You can probably get resources about the team, that.
Yeah.
Any of the uplines and whatever will help you. There's all the special kinds of resources that Brianna knows so many of them. Yet you do. So those kinds of, Home America, I think was one of them.
Yeah. Hmm.
So see if they're available in South Carolina,
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
and because then you're,
Curbio is an EHP partner.
Yeah.
Ribbon,
They're not in our
I think
area
they're-
yet.
are they not?
okay.
I wish they was. I wish they were.
You might be able to get somebody from like KV Core come and talk to them,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
you know, and say, hey, you know, this is our operating, our system, you know, and just throw out some of the highlights. I know Gary and like that would be glad to talk about Real Flow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is one of our key tools for
Yeah,
lead gen. Because everybody's always worried about lead gen, you know that.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually sending a young lady over to Gina to talk to her. Well, Gina says she'll give her a call later on this week. No, today is, what's today? Thursday?
Yeah,
She'll
Yeah.
talk to her tomorrow. But she's like me, you know, she's in EXP. She's relatively new. She's been in the business a couple of years. I had mentioned her to Gina before. And she's done well. She doesn't know she's done well. She's been with EXP right at a year, but she did 22 transactions
oh, shoot.
last year.
Oh,
That's
Oh,
a little
wow.
better than my 3 for the
Yeah,
whole time I've
yeah.
been here.
Absolutely. You know, I did I only did 8 I told her I only did 8 transactions last year.
Right,
And she was like, yeah, but your price points were, I was like, yeah, but still, you know, I only did 8, you did 22, and the national average is 4.
right.
Right.
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And
Mhm.
she didn't know it either. And she was like, wow, I didn't know that. And you know, she's been looking at trying to go to new construction as an on-site agent, and you know, other companies, 100% companies, and I'm telling her it's no such thing as 100%. They tell you that until you get there, and then you know, I can tell you from experience, it's not 100%. But anyway, she has a special needs child, and her schedule wouldn't allow her to be an on-site agent anyway.
Right,
And I kept telling her, listen, you need to talk to Gina. You need to see what our team is about. And we have valuable resources. And she's talking about leads. I'm like, listen, everybody wants leads. That's what you're going to hear. I said, but we have ways to show you how to get your own leads, how to create your own lead.
January 19th.
Once you learn how to create your own leads, you never have to worry about buying leads again. You know,
Right.
and I told her, you know, with you having over 22 transactions just in the past year, you have enough people that you can reach back to get business.
Mhm.
You just need to find out how to do it and use your systems. So she's finally ready to talk to Gina, and hopefully she'll be coming on over to the team.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Kay, did you have any wins or challenges?
Well, my wins is I got out of the ER yesterday. I had a really rough medical day, so.
Oh.
Sorry to hear that.
Well,
Glad
you
to
look
hear
good
it. Doing
today.
better.
Well,
How do you
I'm just up and I keep swinging the bat. That's all I can say. I'm swinging the bat.
Absolutely.
I,
Good. Keep swinging.
I've got to get a lease back done on Branch Road because he hadn't found a house. And then I got a driver and I went ahead and opened the door for him on 3 houses because I couldn't, and Anna's going to help me today. But I got to get him into something, and that'll be another closing. And then I'm waiting on the Branch Road closing, and then I'm waiting for funding on Seguin. So,
Okay.
you know, that's
Yay.
more than I've done in a long time. So I'm excited, and, you know, I've got to get on the phone and get into Real Flow and, you know, just dig into some of that stuff. Right now, I'm really trying, I want to get my trust done And I've got my lady that's paying me to do property management. Bree, I would love to get your phone number because I keep having questions and I never know how to call you.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in chat.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
But I'm doing, and I think it'll be, it'll be fairly lucrative for our property management thing. She's just got this repair guy that won't get anything done. And every time I show it, it's a big house. I mean, it's 4 bedroom and 2 baths. So I think I can, get a good rental on that. That'll at least be a little monthly income coming in. So
Yeah,
Right.
but I'm confused on how to do it and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna get your number, Bree, and give you a call.
Yep. Just put it in chat.
Thank you, dear. I appreciate it.
You're
You guys
welcome.
are so awesome. I love your help, and Kathy, I got your beautiful card, and you guys have become so special to me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome, Kay.
you're
Thank you.
welcome.
It's always great to start the morning off with you guys.
Absolutely. I appreciate
Yeah.
each and every one of you. And I miss you guys when we're not, when we don't meet. Or
I know, like last week, I was like, oh my goodness. And then on Mondays, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I had withdrawals over the holidays.
Yeah,
And then
I-
yesterday I couldn't make it. I was helping somebody out. Friend of mine, she's opening a salon.
Oh.
Yeah, so I helped her out real quick yesterday morning. Put some blinds up for her.
Very good.
because
Yeah,
of the
You're
nice
a
guy
good
that you
guy.
are.
You're a good guy.
thank you. I try to be.
I've got to put blinds up too, but I can't even get to the windows. Too much
Yeah.
junk.
Yeah, so I'm a jack of all trades, master of none.
I need you. You wouldn't believe my house. We're redoing floors from one end to the other. And I have had contractors in here. I have had no flooring. All my stuff is in a hat rack, storage unit, and I still have stuff under the patio. And I've got so much stuff to go through, I can't even imagine it. But I just decided this is God's way of getting me to clean out. So I'm going to get rid of a bunch of stuff, and I'm only going to put in the stuff that I want to keep.
Gotcha.
So
Yep. I
pray
got a
that
lot
I
of
get the
stuff that I
strength
need
to
to
do that and get my trust set up. That's what I need to do.
Cool. Well, so I'm working on my visioning exercise. That's gonna be my priority today. I kind of did it backwards. I did some goals and stuff before. So now I'm going back to the visioning and then do it step by step like it's supposed to be.
Mhm.
So I guess the goals that I set are like my foundation. that
Your
I'm-
scaffolding.
Yeah.
And
Um,
sometimes, like, it's kind of like when you peek at a book and you kind of skim at the end,
mhm.
and then you go back to the beginning, you have an idea, but it may evolve.
Profit money lender. Okay. Yeah, that's right. So I'm anxious about doing this divisioning. Because I'll go out in nature,
Anxious meaning excited or anxious meaning nervous?
excited and anxious and excited. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's finally nice here again, and I can get out in nature, and that's where I love to be. I can be quiet and still and have my notebook and write. And so I really like the idea of the way Gary broke it down in that visioning exercise. And you have to set aside 2 to 4 hours, block 2 to 4 hours. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And then talking to him and putting it all together.
Right.
So
right.
my word for this year is confidence.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
a
Oh,
good
I
word.
like it.
That's
I
my
haven't
word.
decided on a word. Probably should, but I haven't.
Can mine be 2 words?
Absolutely. It
What
can
are
be
your
a
Fuck
kids?
it.
whatever.
Multiple words.
Yeah. That's been mine for a few years, Bree.
Okay, I'm a little bit behind. I'm just now catching up to it. So
Yeah. Um,
I
Yeah,
That's
think-
gonna be my number 2, right after just do it.
right,
Got
right.
Quit thinking
Right,
about it,
right, I
just
like that.
do it.
I like that. But I know in order for me to move forward, to get to where I want to be, I've got to get out of my comfort zone, and I got to have the confidence to do it.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
That's my word.
And
for the
we believe in you, so
Thank you.
you'll do it.
Yeah,
All or will do it. We all will
Yeah.
We
do
will
it.
all do
We
it.
are gonna get there.
absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. And what I found out too is, just by, listening to Gary and Gina, but Gary, especially on our last Monday Night Live, I believe it was, it's not really about the money or the
Mm-mm.
transactions.
Mm-mm.
So I finally want to do real estate how I envision doing it. And not just be looking at the number of transactions and the number of the amount of money.
Right.
Of course, I want to make a certain amount of money, but I don't want to have to just do any transaction with somebody that's breathing.
Right.
I want to be able to have a niche, work that niche, and be knowledgeable about it, and make the money that way.
Yeah. I think that's a good plan.
Yeah, it's in my head.
So much easier when you can love what you do and enjoy the people you
Absolutely.
do it with, and really feel like you're making a difference in their lives by helping them.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Versus-
absolutely.
Yeah.
Some of these people that are out there, some of these agents that are, I'm appalled. I came from a professional field, and some of the people I've run up against in this profession are just appalling to me. I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah. Well,
No,
it's really disappointing when you run into people that are unethical. They'll do anything, say anything,
yeah,
just to get that sale,
Did
That's
you
good.
guys get that? I don't know if everybody got the email or not, but did you get that email from that Mike guy that contacted me, wanted to join the group, said he had a big group and what was my value added? And anyway, he's been contacting everybody on Gary's team, and his name is Mike. So if you get a thing from Mike and he says he's an agent with a big team and wants to join you, it's evidently a bait and switch deal. I mean, I
Okay.
shared everything with Gina, and she was telling me how to respond to him. I said, I've given him all my value added and he still wants to know what I can do for him. And I said, I don't know what else to say. And then we found out it was a bait, and I was getting him set up on a call with Gary and getting all excited. And then it found out it was a bait and switch. That he
Oh
contacted-
no! Did he actually meet with Gary? Did he fall through?
Huh?
Did he
Well,
fall through? and meet with-
when I sent Gary the information, Gary said, oh yeah, I know this guy. It's a bait and switch. You're the third person on our team he's contacted.
Wow.
Oh no!
So
Did he
be
give a-
aware if anybody named Mike sends you something like that.
Is there a last name, Kay?
No, he just said Mike, and he wouldn't tell me where he was from or anything.
Okay.
But he has
Gary
very
sent a
convinced.
text.
I
Let me
think
see if I can
Gary was
find-
going to send something out to the group, but I didn't know if y'all had seen it. But beware, don't waste your time. I wasted mine.
Okay.
Oh, it just says Mike. He's texting everyone stating he'd like to join EXP. He is not.
Okay.
All right.
So if you
Um,
miss that text, be aware of it, because when you go back through, you might get excited like I did.
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know. Talking about the other agents, the agents that I don't like, or of course the unethical ones, but I don't like the ones either that think that they have to be a certain type of way because you're on the other side.
Right.
Instead of wanting to work together to get the deal done, they feel like they have to be this
They're gonna be the winner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back end, yeah.
Yeah. Those are the ones that really get under my skin, because
Yeah, me too.
we're working together for a common goal, and that's to get our clients what they want.
But those
Exactly.
are the assholes that put themselves before their client and the common goal,
Yeah,
Exactly.
you know? And my other theme besides fuck it is no assholes,
yeah, yeah.
like in all parts of life. And so the guy that I'm talking to is great. And I kept telling myself, please don't be an asshole. Please don't be an asshole. And he asked me, he was like, what were you thinking when we first started talking? I was like, please don't be an asshole. And he thought that was hilarious.
I bet he did. So basically, Bree, what I'm hearing you say is that your word is boundaries all across the board.
That's
Oh,
true.
that's a PC way of saying it. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Oh, I'm right there with you. I mean, I've got to stay strong and I can't work with these people that are big time wasters.
Yeah,
I give too much of myself and I find myself doing everything for them and I'm making no money.
that's right.
And I'm
Yeah.
not doing that anymore.
You're pouring into others. You need to be poured into.
Yeah, you
That's,
gotta
that's
have,
where I am. I can't do it anymore. I've got to do it nicely, like Gina says,
yeah,
and
Yeah.
not get angry or revenge or pissed off because then I'm not nice.
Yeah, and then I gotta learn to refer those people out too.
mhm.
Who's
Um,
that?
My other.
I've not done a
Let's
good
make a
job
list of the asshole agents and let's give all those ones to the
to
asshole
them.
agents.
Right.
Yeah.
Mirror
And-
That's
that.
a win-win for everybody.
Yeah,
Right,
and
I
still
had-
get
Oh,
paid.
you're
I had a broker that said that's what they did. is that
Really?
they yeah. That when they got clients that were whatever like that and knew that they didn't want to work with them or were becoming troublesome, they referred them out to somebody that they found that were difficult to work with.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So
Well, I would love to think I'm original, but somebody else already thought of it.
that's all right. They did. I don't know if they said asshole clients or persons. So,
Yeah,
it can still be you.
that's right. I think it's important to make this business as simple as possible. Because
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be as hard as it is. You know, we go
No.
through so much and people think it's easy.
Yeah.
But
Right. It's not easy. It's simple,
No, it's
but
not
not
easy.
easy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we have to make it as simple as and as easy on ourselves as possible.
Right.
Because
And our
it's a lot of
clients,
stress.
both.
Yeah. Because the clients are stressed, a lot of times, if they've been through the process before, either it's been years, right? So a lot of things have changed since their last transaction most of the times, if they've ever done one.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Gary said that, was it something like 17 years that people are holding on to their houses now? It
Yeah,
used to
Right.
be somewhere around 5 to 7. And
Right.
now it's, you might as well say 15 to 18 or something like that.
Right.
And
I'll
I
tell
heard,
you, my little Branch Road client that sold his house and now he's trying to get into something else. I mean, and everything that he wants to look at is a piece of junk.
mm,
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed.
that's a problem.
yeah. Um,
Maybe he
Yeah.
needs to go the new build route, but then he needs too much time probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Mm.
try and I'm gonna call my new builders and I'm gonna go into for sale by owners today and see if I can't find something. And I know what he wants. And we should be able to find something if somebody's ready to sell.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just like I said, I had a driver last night and I showed him 4 and the only one that was worth living in was teeny tiny. The bedrooms are teeny tiny. And it was much smaller than what he had. And I said, I know this isn't it. And the other ones all needed work. So, I mean, they're asking $250 for a house that's probably worth $100.
Yeah,
It's just a piece of junk. I mean, the smell, the foundation issues. I mean, he's a contractor, so he knows.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if he's going to make an offer on one today and just fix it up or not. But it's hard and it's sad.
Yeah.
it is.
It really is. And I heard this morning they're looking at more interest rate hikes.
Mm,
So it's not, even though you're getting closer to the norm with the
Yeah.
elevated prices of the homes.
Yeah.
It makes a huge difference. And going from that 2% whatever to this scares people.
It
I
does.
have a
Agree.
client that was pre-approved this time last year for 300.
Mhm.
And last month we found a house and it dropped to 240.
Yeah,
It wasn't her credit, it was the interest rate, you know,
exactly.
the DTI. So, you know, and yeah, so it was, she had champagne. This is the one that I was like, thank God it closed. I kept telling her the longer you wait, the less house you're going to be able to buy, but her standards kept going up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, no, baby, here, no,
It doesn't work that way.
it does not work. I was like, and you need to drop your husband, but that's a different story.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of things are, changing, and, they're getting back to normal, sort of.
Right.
Sort of, except for the
Well,
prices.
Yeah, because those low interest rates were not normal.
No, they weren't. I would
Yeah.
like
They
to
sure
cash
were
in on
nice,
them
but they
all.
weren't normal.
Yeah,
Right.
they were. I wish I would have taken advantage of them and,
Yeah, me too.
bought or whatever at the time. Hey, but
But
it
you
is
know, it
what
was
it
an
is.
offset. If you bought with the low interest, you paid a much higher price. Now,
Yeah.
hopefully prices will come down and you'll pay more in interest. So I
That's
don't
true.
know.
And right now,
But
you
it
can
was-
still write that off. How long
Yeah, you
that
can still
will
write
stay.
it off.
Right.
Yeah. So I was telling Catherine before you guys came in that I spoke to a investor agent last night. He's
Uh-huh.
with another company. He's only been an agent for a couple of years, maybe. Before that, he was a wholesaler. He did
Yeah.
really well as a wholesaler.
Yeah.
I was surprised that he got licensed, to be honest with you.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mentioned to him that we use Real eFlow because I was asking him about the system that he uses to find off-market properties and stuff.
Yeah.
And he says, "Oh yeah, I love Real eFlow."
Craig,
So
Uh-huh.
he's not
Find-
using it now.
Craig, find out if he wasn't part of Fortune Builders,
Okay.
because what you can do, they have I always called it Real Flow. They have Real
Yeah,
Flow
me too.
available to them as well.
Okay.
And that what could be why he's familiar with it already. And what you can do is take and say, you've got that system, you know how that system works. We can show you how to even add on to that and make it even better.
Okay.
Because his booklet programs, Gary's booklet programs and all those different things,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
you can really boost that system. I haven't done it, but you can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And having come from that Fortune Builder experience, I know it's true.
Okay. Definitely.
I just thought I'd throw that in real quick so you had that other
Good to
piece.
know.
Thank you.
Good to know.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was good for me to know that he liked this Real eFlow because I haven't really dug into it. I have been in there looking around and pulling up properties, but I haven't really dug into it like Gary wants us to find
It's amazing. And like I've been able to attract a couple of developers because we're looking for land in a residential area. I'm working with the council member to get it zoned commercial. They're all houses that are, absentee owned, boarded up. We're going to put an offer for 3. They're owned by 3 different people. But this developer was amazed that I was able to find it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because every other agent is just looking through the MLS or through Crexy. And when you do that, the price is high. Because
That's
you're
right.
competing against the market versus getting,
Yeah,
do
and I like
think-
it too because we can find commercial properties, multifamilies.
I
Yeah.
do think we can use RPR to do some of this
Yeah,
too,
RPR is great.
you know, so, and even HomeSnap,
Really, home
Yeah, I
snap.
haven't dug into HomeSnap.
I like it.
Okay,
But there's other tools out there that you can do and use, but like I said, when you add into that segment and it's all in one place and, you know,
yeah,
I'm just saying that some people go, oh, well, I've already got that. These are some of the tools that they may be talking about.
yeah. And what I found too, even with RPR, all the agents have it but don't use it. A lot
Right.
of them don't use it.
Yeah, and don't know how to use it. Same
Yeah.
thing
Right.
with HomeSnap.
Hmm.
Another thing I can tell you about the fortune builders, folks, that you're attracting, if you're doing with that. When I was doing it, it was costing me $99 a month to have access to RealFlow.
Oh
Okay,
wow.
Okay. So if they like it and they're having to pay for those kinds of resources, it's free for us
Right.
because of Gary. So that's, you know, that's $1,200 a year.
that's
If
right.
it's that price now. This was a few years ago for me.
That may have gone up.
Yeah, it may have. And I think, I shouldn't say I know, but I believe you can go out and get it on your own, but then it is going to be way higher,
Right.
you know.
Yeah,
So
Gotcha.
that's another point that you can throw in there when you're talking to folks like that.
okay, thanks.
Mhm.
Well, I gotta jump off in a few minutes. Is there anything else that, and you guys welcome to stay on.
I got to
just-
jump too.
Yeah,
I gotta jump.
okay. Well, it was the first time for me in the hot seat. I enjoyed it as usual, you know.
Did a
being
good
you
job.
guys.
Thank you, Craig.
Yep,
Thank
yep.
you. Thank you. You guys make it easy. Make it so easy. So I appreciate you as usual. And hopefully we'll see each other again tomorrow.
All righty. Have a good,
All right.
great day.
Bye,
You as
guys.
well.
Thank you so much, guys. Bye. Have a
Yeah.
good
Bye.
day.
You
Bye-bye.
too.
Thanks, Greg.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks.